I know they really don't like me. No, they don't like me. I know they really don't like me. No, they don't like me. Look at me, dog.
Welcome to My Thoughts Are Real with me, Unique King. Thank you for coming back again. You guys keep me entertained just as much as I keep y'all entertained. So I appreciate y'all. Love my audience. Staying engaged, making comments, liking, subscribing. I like that. Thank you very much. And if y'all, if y'all ever got anything y'all want me to elaborate on, I will always tag you in on it when I do so. All right, and please stay engaged with me. All right, let's get into the first thing. If we are gonna be a country that is unified, undivided, with all the cultures that we put into it, all the races, why every time I see a movie or an exorcism, it's always a Catholic priest doing it? Like that's the only religion that we care for. Like it's the only religion that matters. Are you serious? I mean, listen, Muslims, they don't, particularly, they don't really care or believe in ghosts, right? But they do exorcisms for those who do believe in them. For those who do recognize that they may be a ghost or maybe an entity taking over a body. So if they do exorcisms, why don't we see y'all why don't we as a country put Muslims doing that so we can, appease to them too? I mean, if we're going to accept them, if we're going to act like we all care, appease to them too. Why we gotta be a Catholic priest? Are you saying only Jesus matters? Only Catholics and Christians matter? No, they don't. No, they don't. The religion has been debunked too many times. So why don't we just, come on, why don't we put it together here? I don't get it, man, because it just don't make any sense. Exorcisms, everybody of every race believes in some type of ghost or entity, and every religion has something to take care of that situation. So let's not keep putting it on Catholics to do it. We tired of seeing them do it. And Catholics are weird. Don't they be touching boys and stuff like that, little kids and churches and all that. Come on, we don't want to even see y'all. Y'all should have been thrown away a long time ago. You know what I mean? Take them out. Next thing. Now, how come every time a woman has a problem, it's a man? Why every time you ask your girl what's wrong, or your mom tells you what's going on with her or something, it's always something about a man? Like y'all ain't got nothing else going on? Now, I'm not being disrespectful because y'all can say the same thing about us when it comes to certain things, right? So I'm coming at y'all real quick. But it's like, why do y'all always put your mind on what a man is doing? Let that man be that man. Let a boy be a boy. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You crying because somebody's not caring about your feelings. He's not worried about you. He didn't text you back and read your long paragraph. So what? We don't do that. We ain't reading no long paragraph because we ain't sending no long paragraph. So why are you sending it to us, expecting us to read it? If it ain't got nothing good in it, we already know it ain't got nothing good in it. You know what I mean? Because we know where the conversation started and we know how it's going on right now and the conversation ain't ended yet. So why are we reading long paragraphs full of bull? We know we being cursed out. I'm not reading it. And then if I don't read it, then what? You're going to say I don't care about your feelings? I don't care what you got to say? Why is your problem's always me? Your problem lies on you, what you're doing in your life. Ladies, you guys have to really do what y'all have to do in order to be that independent person that you want to be. You know what I mean? Like if I ask you a problem, you should say, well, something at work, I gotta make sure my craft is right, or my business. Don't let it be a man based around your problem. Don't let it be that, because then you're just the problem. You know what I mean? That means you don't really have no real problems. You just have a man problem. Why do you always have a man problem? Well, guess what? Get rid of that man. You know what I mean? If you got a man problem all the time, get rid of that man. Let's see if you still have problems. And if you still got problems, then you were a problem. If you ain't got no problem, then you don't need to be with no man right now until you can be with a man. Stop letting a man be a problem because you stressing him out and you stressing yourself out. Plain and simple. Go about your business. Do what you got to do. Keep your mind on you. Even if you're in a relationship, keep your mind on you. Because if you love somebody, that is always going to be there anyway. You're going to worry about that person anyway. So, whatever. Next thing. What's up with the favoritism with the ladies? Like I said, this thinker reminds me of the last thinker. Like, okay, so Cardi B was able to say on live or whatever, publicly, right? That she used to rob people, rob men, drug them just to get their money and stuff like that. And we thought that was okay to say.
I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you want to fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
That's okay to say? If a man was to do that, he goes straight to jail, especially if he's confessing to it on live, publicly, right? You know how many men went to jail? Diddy still going to jail over stuff like that. Cosby went to jail over that. People still in trouble over that. Yo, didn't Rick Ross lose his Reebok or Nike deal for saying something like that in a song? Talking about he put a Molly in a drink and she ain't even know it.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it.
Right? So why did Cardi get away with stuff like that? Because she's a girl? That's crazy, bro. The favoritism is outrageous. It's outrageous. Who's protecting the men? Who's protecting the men? Men, we have to protect us. We gotta really start letting these women be accountable for their actions, man. For real, bro. Like, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting because I literally seen her say that. This is a while ago, by the way. Everybody's seen it, but nobody cares. We can't keep on falling victim for nothing. If that is not a big crime, if nobody cares, then why are all these men getting in trouble for stuff like that? And then the girls come out later, tell about, oh, well, he drugged me 10 years ago. I just didn't want to say nothing. You didn't want to say nothing because you was part of the situation. What you mean you ain't want to say nothing? How you ain't gonna want to say something? If I slap a chick now, she say something now. But if I drug her, supposedly, right? I drugged her. Then she say something 10 years later? No, she wanted those drugs. Now she feels like she can benefit off of saying that somebody gave it to her. You know what I mean? Come on, just like Cardi, she thinks she drugging people. Oh, yeah, she probably did, but they will accept those drugs to chill with you too, Cardi. You know what I mean? Cardi was a little thing back in the day too. She wasn't always just something when she became Cardi B. So people would have did some drugs to chill with you. Next thing.
Think.
Does anybody who's watching this like crawfish? Raise your hand if you eat and like crawfish. No, you don't. Wonder why? Because crawfish are not fish. Plain and simple. Yo, we've been lied to about a lot of stuff that just don't make no sense. What do you mean, crawfish? It's not even a fish. It's like some type of crustacean, but it's on land. It's not even from the ocean. So why is it part of the seafood family? Crawfish are not found in the ocean, and they're not fish. Sometimes, most of the time, they're land animals and they're found in ponds, and lakes, but they're not found in the ocean. They're not found in the sea. Who decided to take these things out the ground, out the mud, and name it a freaking fish, and then put it in the seafood family? And that's okay? FDA approved that? Ain't that crazy? Did FDA approve that? You know what I mean? Why are we doing stuff like this? Why are we not even questioning what we're talking about? We're not even questioning the things we're eating. We're not even questioning the things we know. That is insane. That's insane. And I just want to shed light on the insanity. You know, I question a lot of stuff. People think I talk too much. People think that I question things too much, but guess what? I question the right stuff. At least I get answers. Sometimes I don't get answers because there's no answer to give. Like this. Crawfish. It's not fish. Seafood. It's not part of the sea or the ocean. So if you didn't know that, you might either want to stop eating crawfish or just try to figure out what's going on. You know, don't just put stuff in your mouth. You know what I mean? Pause. And yo, listen, thank you for joining me, all right? On My Thoughts Are Real. It's Friday. Just like every other Friday, I'm going to go chill with my brothers, relax, get a little drink or two, you know, possibly go to the casino. I don't know. You know? But make sure y'all come back each and every time. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe so I can keep y'all entertained, all right? This is why I think what you don't and say what you want. Salute.
Everything I gonna need is right here. Me and my money going through the nightmares.